Okay, so now the product has been graded, so now we know if it's physically possible to refurbish it, and then it's all about the economics. So should we, or should it go to the next best use case?
I think that's actually pretty good. Can we? And then the next question is should we, when it comes to kind of that grading. So then let's go to the scenario that we can and we should. So then it's a question that, okay, do we want to push the grading up by repair? Let's say that the repair is in the budget, it makes sense, then let's perform the repair. And after that, it actually goes to kind of probably some kind of quality control in order to kind of understand was the repair done correctly, because you're now dismantling things or similar, or then you have strict brand guidelines, so then someone is kind of looking at the products that do this actually meet the brand guidelines. And then you need to kind of usually re-catalog them, or now we kind of start to have an inventory article that we know is of certain grade and we want to sell it or re-rent it. So in case we want to sell it as refurbished or maybe secondhand, it could have been that at the grading we decided that it's already grade 1, we don't have to do anything with it, we can just sell it as it is, or if I were a secondhand job, we don't do refurbishment, we just give a grade and then sell it as it is. It might go through some kind of a catalogization where the item comes to into a small studio or similar. It's usually a camera pointing at a table. You put the item there, you snap the photo, and it automatically creates a listing for your online store or other channels for it that attaches all of the information that we have about the grade and the history of it. Now, that you don't have to necessarily show all of the inventory information as it is on a catalog level, but you might have some transformation from there. Like, okay, let's take the grading information, let's take some life cycle information, depending on the customers that you have. Like, do they value extremely gradual detail, or do they just want to see that good as new? All right. But yeah, so you do this categorization, you probably take a photo of it, and then create the other information, the price and all of that. The cool thing there is that instead of having a catalog where you have a generic catalog picture for good as new iPhones or good as new bikes, you actually will have a catalog of the actual photos of that bike. So it enables then a lot better purchase experience for end users, because now as they browse your offering online, for example, when they look into photos, they can actually zoom in and look at that specific bike that they're buying. There's a refurbished bike seller or marketplace called Bicycle, B-U-Y, Cycle, and they, I think, do a great job in the fact that when you go to look at a bike, they are individual, like actual photos of that actual bike. So I can zoom in, I can see where the scratches are, do I mind those or not? So this is again why that tracking of individual item throughout the flow was so important, because we can start using that as a way of serving our customers better. So then this happens, you have the quality, and then you have the stuff out there, and then it's effectively ready to be pick, pack, shipped once someone interacts with your catalog offering. If it was a rental, because the thing with rentals is that this refurbishment cycle is kind of built in the idea since day zero. You probably skip this catalog phase and taking the images because you are selling it as a service. So you just figure out whether it meets the criteria that you've set for your rental fleet that can serve its purpose as you wanted. But maybe with rentals, usually the end of life for many rental fleets is that they end up being sold as refurbished. So at the final cycle of a rental item in a fleet might be that then you end up in a situation where you know all of the condition and grading of that item, and you just do the final decision that now it's time to sell it. And you put it out for sales, and then you might attach that image of it, but then you're up and running there.